Hi everyone and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are doing two projects. The first one is going to be completely Dollar Tree Christmas arrangement, and the other one is going to be using some of these Rae Dunn vases because I have three. It says Home Sweet Home, and I'm using some very modern and beautiful shades for this one. So I'm just going to make some floral bouquets in my Rae Dunn vases. I'll put this aside. We will first do the Dollar Tree one. So this is going to be a full arrangement, and I'm going to be using this bucket. And it would be better if you had the white one because they do have white ones. I just did not have the white one on hand. So we will just use this one. And then I will also be using these microfiber mops or mop pads. I'm going to see if I can get away with using two because it is quite fluffy. And so funny, I didn't realize this bucket is going to disappear between my black background, but this is what it's looking like. And I'm just putting this just against the bottom of the floor, and I'm going to be hot gluing just on the top rim right here.
I was in the tree and I lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning,
I just couldn't figure out how to do this because if I did this from the top, it's floral arrangements. You guys are not going to be able to see me do the actual floral arrangements.
these are the good
Just
times
like that.
with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be.
But look how cute this is, you guys. So adorable. Now we need to cover this part up, so I'm going to put it upside down, and I have a leftover piece of felt, a bit of a circle, because we're going to hot glue this to the bottom, and then from the inside we need to hot glue our floral foam, just like that. And then from the inside, that's where we're going to be using a floral foam. You can use this, but the reason I don't like to use this when I'm using a vase like this is because it does have holes, and this can like especially when it gets too dry, it can like crackle, and yeah, no. That's why I don't like using those too much when I have like an open basket like this. I do like using these. So then I'm going to take and hot glue one of these little squares straight onto my bucket. And so my first one is hot glued. I'm taking the second piece and cutting them like this, like just cutting the corners off and then cutting the corner of the corner, and it'll sit really nicely. I'm going to do that all around, so I have all my floral foam there. Let me clean up and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, here are the florals I will be using. I got these gorgeous picks from the Dollar Tree, not too long ago, and I have 6 of them here. And then I got some of these, the ones with the cotton and that have the pine cones on them. And then here's a few of them more with pine cones. And then I did get one of these also from the Dollar Tree. These are the willow. And I did grab a pack of these just in case we need to fill some areas in. Those would be great. And this is just a pack of the garland ties. Grabbing all my picks, and I'm removing the pine cones from them. And also the tags. So this video is in collaboration of a challenge. This challenge is being hosted by Sonia, my friend from Domestic Diva DIY. I will link her channel down below. This challenge is called the Christmas Planter Challenge. So people are going to be doing planters for the outside of the house, like for the porch area, and some for the inside, like I'm doing here. And this is just to get our florals ready, you know. Everyone who is going to be participating, I'm sure we are all going to have so much fun. Now don't worry about the bottom part that this is shown. We're gonna cover that. That's not a big deal. But for now, I'm just putting 6 on here. Okay, I think next I'm going to take the ones with where the pine cones are on a long stem. I want to put pine cones throughout. So I put the pine cones around, just like that. And they look so pretty in between the berries. I don't want these to be a little taller, so I'm just literally just filling in the gaps in the spaces right here.
Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh.
Now I'm going to take some of these, like from the cotton, the ones they have these, and I'm going to put them around the edges right here, right along the edges. So I'm just taking all of these off. I'm going back to the pine cones that we removed from our little stems right here from the picks, and they all have, like, if you pull them out of the picks, they do have about a 2-inch little wire. And that the reason that I'm using this is now we can cover the area right there with the pine cones. So I'm just going to go around. First I'm going to cover the sides where that needs to be. But after that, I'm just going to go all the way around and just stick them here and there. Okay, now I'm going to take these guys, make sure. I'm just going to stick it straight in the middle. So this is what we have so far, but I'm going to put it on the side because I want to add something to this. Okay, so for this piece that I'm doing, I'm going to grab some of these thick. I hope you guys can see that these are thick. Okay, versus these little guys. These are my tiny little ones I will be doing for the Rae Dunn little vases. All right, let's get started with painting. I'm just grabbing chalk paint, and I'm going to be painting these really big ones. All right, so I'm going to give my big sticks time to dry. I'm going to make my little ones, and these little ones I am going to put glitter on because it's going to be this kind of very modern look, but it's going to have just a tiny bit of glam too.
Supposed to be making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing.
All right, you guys, and now I'm ready to add my thick branches. This is going to look so high-end.
Memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, oh.
Now all that's left is we need to cover up that area in between, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get the Spanish moss. You can get the regular green moss, but it's winter, and you know, I felt like the green moss would be a little, you know, it wouldn't make sense too much.
And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up.
I'm getting ready to get started on my home sweet home, and I'm going to get the green one, the one that I did not want to use for the first one. And the reason I'm getting is I do want to do a little lift here. The neck area is not that big in these, so I'm going to cut it down.
Hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be?
Just so the branches have something to stick to, and I'm just kind of shoving it in there. So this first thing I want to get is my wire cutters and just cut up the branches that I'm going to be using.
Yes, these are the good times with you.
And apparently Leo wants to help.
If I spend it with you.
So in each one, I'm going to put at least one that has that long fern one, and then these little ones.
Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again.
I used up 2 of the bushels of the fern. And I have 1 more and another piece. And now I'm going to use up my little branches. Now there's 3 of them that have the pine cones on there. So I'm going to start with those. Just put them in the middle. Oops. They are so pretty, you guys. Alright you guys, so here are both of my projects. I think they turn out so beautiful, and I think I'm done for the florals that I needed to add to this year's decorations for me. And don't forget to check out the playlist in the description down below. Also, I will have Sonia's channel, which is Domestic Diva DIY, in the description box. Please check her out if you are new to her. But for now, hoping you guys will have a good one, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.